Hi guys, it's Shanda. How are you? Yes, it's Shanda Says, and today is Relationship Wednesday. I told you guys I'd be back on Wednesday. But today's vlog is very, very important to me, and basically it's about bad relationships. I often receive, most of my emails are regarding bad relationships, and I guess none of us would really be surprised that most of us are very unhappy in our relationships, or we wish certain aspects of our relationships would be better. Now, I had a beautiful young woman write to me on Facebook and share her story with me. And though I will never say a name, I just want to address to her that this vlog is especially for you, sweetheart. Um, what I want to say, though, is that relationships, good or bad, I want everyone to understand this, that we have a personal accountability to it. Be it good, be it bad, we have some responsibility that we have to take away from it. Now, this young lady shared her story that she is very good to her man and that she's good to his children. She gives him money and she's supportive of him, but he is lazy. He doesn't work. He wants to play games. And she caught him doing things on Facebook that he should not be doing and basically told her it's not what you seem. The reality is, be it that story or any other story that any man or woman writes to me, if you are not happy in a relationship and a relationship is not fulfilling you, then at some point you have to look at this relationship and reassess and say to yourself, do I want to stay here and do I need to stay here? Now, in terms of personal accountability, this particular thing I'm going to say I'm guilty of. There have been many times in my past that I've been very unhappy in my relationships. Well, I'll use my first marriage as an example. I was married 10 years and was very unhappy most of the 10 years. And I will tell you that anyone that will listen to Shonda, I complained. And I complained. And I say, I need to do this, I need to do that. But maybe something happened in my life at the moment that made me somewhat happy. So I basically dealt with my situation. But always innately and deep down, I knew that this is not what I wanted for my life. And no disrespect to my ex-husband, because, I mean, to this day, I have a good relationship with him. We're better friends than being married. But in any case, what I want to share with you is that if you are in a bad relationship, it is one thing to complain to our girlfriends or complain to our guy friends about a man or a woman. But at some point, you have to say, I'm co-signing the behavior because I'm staying here. At some point, you have to be responsible for the relationship. If it's bad, why are you here? If it's not good, why are you there? If he's cheating, why are you staying? If he's lazy, and he's always been lazy, why are you staying? Why are you giving money to a grown man? I've never been one of those women that feels that I should take care of a man. I'm very old-fashioned. I think a man should be in a position to take care of his woman. And if he can't, at least he's doing something to put himself in a better position to be able to. Because I'll ride out with a man who's pursuing a career or an education to make himself better. But I'm not going to co-sign you playing video games all day and you taking my car or my money for you to just be flossing. That's not cool, because a man doesn't do that. Now, there are many women or men that say, I love this woman. This is why I put up with this, because I love him, I love him, I love him. But at what point do you love yourself? At what point do you put yourself, not the relationship, yourself, and your personal happiness, your emotional happiness on a platform and making it a priority? So at some point in the unhappiness, we have to accept accountability that we're co-signing the unhappiness, or we're co-signing a partner that we know is not good for us. Now, a lot of us, our finances, our homes are wrapped up in a bad relationship. So how do you get out of it? I can't sit here and say that I know the best answer for every person in every situation, because there are children involved, and there may be, like I said, finances, and there's a comfortability, even though it's bad. How do you get out of it? But at some point, in moving forward, you got to know that life is very short. And at some point, we have to take a stand in our relationships. And that's the hardest part. Is it's easy to complain about unhappiness, but it's hard to take a stand and do the act of moving forward. and taken up for ourselves in our lives. I do know that as a woman, I'm saying as a woman, I'm not excluding you guys here. As a woman, I know at this point in my life and at the maturity level that I'm in, I know that there are just certain standards in a man that I will not compromise on. And there's just core values in a man that I will not compromise on. I don't want a man that's broke. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying that I love money, but I want a man, and like I said, at this age and at this level of maturity, I want a man in my life that is established and has goals and continues to want to grow financially with me as a woman. You want your relationship to encompass three things. You want to be able to, in a core value, you want to be able to grow together financially. You want to be able to grow together physically, meaning sexual, yes. And you want to be able to grow together emotionally. You want to have those three things because, I mean, I'll take my current marriage as an example. Me and Scoop been together 10 years. I don't have the same sex I did 10 years ago. I don't want to. I want it to be better as I get older. I want it to be exciting. I want to still be his girlfriend, and have that excitement. I want lust in my marriage. And I want happiness, and I want it to be funny. I want it to be lighthearted. I don't want it to be serious all the time. I mean, every time we get a bill in the mail, that's going to make things serious real quick. But in terms of personal happiness, realize that you are in control of that, not your partner. I think that we don't realize that until we're much more older and we're much more mature, that we realize that the cards have always been in our hands all along. And we don't realize that. And I just want women and men in general that if you're not happy, reassess your life and reassess your relationships because you are due happiness. And if you're dealing with karma in your life, then you got to deal with it and you got to eat it. A lot of us are happy being unhappy. It's easy to sit around and complain. A lot of us go up and pay for our ticket to unhappiness. We go right up to the counter and say, yes, can I have a first class ticket to unhappiness? One way, please. Because, we're just paying for it. This is what it is. You at some point have to decide that this is not working for me. And as much as I love you, I love myself more. And I respect you enough to tell you this is not working for you or for me. And it takes a brave and a mature person to do that. But at some point, we all can get there. I just wanted to let you guys know that because a lot of us do suffer from bad relationships. It's just the path of life. The good thing of any bad relationship any of you go through, use it as an example for the next time. Don't let the new person pay for it, but let it pave the way to what you want in life and out of a partner. Because your past doesn't have to dictate your future, but you should be able to learn from it. And at the end of the day, we make our beds that we lie in. And if you're making your bed with a dirty sheet, well, what's that tell you? But I love you guys. I hope you've learned something from it. You can always hit me here on my email on Facebook. You can hit me here on YouTube. You can hit me at shandasays1@gmail.com. Whatever you do, I love you and I thank you for all your comments and your support. I will see you back here on Fat Fridays. Until then, God bless you. Next time. Bye-bye.